I remember being a teenager and attending a chastity talk with my homeschool group. The speaker was charismatic and funny and hit it off with his audience. But at one point in his talk, I remember him saying, when you look at a girl and are tempted to lust after her, instead say the prayer, "How beautiful is your dwelling place, O Lord." I could tell the other guys in my group really seemed to like that advice. But when I heard him say that, what went through my head was the question, but what if the person I'm tempted to lust after is another guy? Should I still say that prayer? This question stayed with me. A few days later in confession, I asked a priest if it was okay for me to do that, but he didn't have an answer for me. Neither did the next priest I asked, or the next one, or the next one. For a Catholic guy who grew up sexually attracted to other guys, it was common not to receive answers to questions like these. In fact, more often than not, when I looked to the church for guidance about what I should do with my homosexual feelings, I was met with silence. And this silence caused me so much hurt. It's not like the answers I was looking for were about small issues. My questions had at their root the most important subject in the universe: love. And because love is everything, I knew I couldn't be happy. I couldn't flourish if I didn't learn what to do with all the hurt and love inside of me, if I didn't find the answers to these questions. So I did a lot of thinking and listening. I listened to what psychologists had to say. I listened to what scientists had to say. I listened to what philosophers and novelists and historians and theologians and American culture had to say. And because I was Catholic, I carefully listened to what the church had to say. Because the Catholic Church's teaching on sexuality was either wrong or it was right. If the church was wrong, then that meant that she was lying to countless people like me and keeping us from using our sexuality to love one another and find happiness. But if the church was right, it meant that countless people like me were unsuccessfully using our sexuality to love one another and find happiness. And that ultimately, in the process, we were lying to each other. Once I realized this, I knew I needed to know the truth no matter what. And I knew I needed to be certain about it. Too much was at stake for me to merely hold an opinion about what was true. All those other boys and girls in the world who were suffering my suffering, they were what was at stake. So if there was a possibility that I could do something to lessen their suffering, I was going to try it. And so today, after much thinking and searching, I have found many fragments of truth, all of which have helped me in my journey. But I still have more to find. Hi, my name is Aaron Brown. I'm a Roman Catholic in my 30s who experiences homosexual desires. And this is Greater Love, a channel dedicated to creating content about those subjects where Catholicism and LGBT+ issues meet. If you struggle with your sexuality or know someone who does, this channel is for you. I don't have all the answers, but I am looking for them. And I hope you will stick around and accompany me so that together we can encounter greater love.